Hey, it's Kev here with you in the Can Cave. Time for another shout out. I absolutely love doing shout outs. They're my favorite videos to do. Why? Because I have my material in front of me. I know what I'm going to say and I know what I'm going to do. And it just makes it a lot easier to have material. We all know that having material is part of the channel. And so send me stuff so I can have material so I can shout you out. If you send me a sticker, I show my appreciation for you taking the time to do that by taking your sticker, and I'll magnetize it. I'll add it to my collection on my garage door. If you send me something besides a sticker, then that's okay. It'll still go up on the door. It just won't be magnetized. It'll get magnets, but it won't be magnetized. I also made a video on how to magnetize a sticker. It's not too hard. You stick a sticker to a magnet, you cut it out. But it takes a little bit of time, but that's kind of showing in return my appreciation for you guys sending me stuff. I got a couple mailings in recently. It's not enough to do a shout out on, so I'll throw in a couple other channels that I think you guys would be interested in. And I really would appreciate if you'd go over and check out the channels and tell them I said hi and all that good stuff. But the first channel I'm going to shout out, I did not receive anything from them, but H&H Recycling out of Northern British Columbia, Canada. And super good guy. And him and his wife have a small recycling company in Hudson Hope, I believe it is, H&H, Hudson Hope. Anyway, I like the guy because what you see is what you get, and he's happy-go-lucky attitude. You know, it is what it is, you know. What you see is what you get, and he tears apart a lot of stuff, and it's kind of cool. Like, I always kind of wondered what the inside of a microwave looked like, but they scrap anything, you know. And another thing I kind of tease him about is I wish he was closer because, you know, a lot of scrappers tend to look at stuff as scrap, and I see an old sign, I kind of look at it like an old sign that I think is pretty cool, and I wouldn't mind hanging it up. But I wish he was closer, but he's not. So, oh well. Go over and visit H&H. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Another channel out of Canada that I really enjoy is Arlee Delights, Arelee, Arlee's Delights. She's a lady that has a cooking channel, and we all eat, so we all have that in common. But like my mom, and my mom was a big cooker, we had homemade bread, and you know, and I don't think I ever remember eating store-bought bread. We always had homemade bread, and she was just cooking constantly. Her whole family's like that. And Arlee's the same way. Arlee absolutely loves cooking. And you'll see cooking with a Jamaican flair. In fact, she just got back from Jamaica. She was visiting family, so she's ready to roll for 2025. And just absolutely love her channel. And man, talk about some good eats from Arlee. I'll tell you, she's really something else. Go check her out and tell her I said hi. Another channel I want to shout out is 162 Projects out of California. Jeff's the kind of dude you want for a neighbor because I know he can do about anything. But what I like about his channel, and I think I've shouted him out before, I can't quite remember, I get him kind of mixed up. But what I like about him the most is you talk about a guy that does some precision work on, and he talks about this on his channel, on a lower budget. But what's cool about it is the amount of thinking he puts into it. And we've all heard the saying, thinking outside the box. He definitely does that. And he's the king of that. But his work's second to none. It's mainly on automobiles or making stuff to work on automobiles or an occasional car show there in California. But I just like the way he does stuff. I mean, it shows you that you can do stuff on a lower budget and achieve great results. I'll leave it at that. Please go out and check out Jeff. Also, I received a shop card from Paul over at Styrene Relics, and he's out of Michigan. And Paul's the first guy that I followed that's in the modeling car building community. He's the very first guy I followed, and from there, because it's a tight knit community, there's just other guys I started following. But you know, Paul's the first guy, and I appreciate it, Paul, for kind of like letting an outsider in, because I tell you what, they're a tight knit group of guys, and I like that. You know, they stick together, go to a lot of shows together, see each other at a lot of shows. And Paul started when he was a kid, and like most people, when he got married, had kids, whatever, the hobby kind of got shoved to the side, because you got to go to work eventually. And he took back off in the hobby as an adult, and just like I did with my cans, you know, I put them in the attic when I went in the service or in the Army, but and got them back out. So you know, here we go. We're just kind of like, it's just kind of like getting back on a bike and riding. But his work is extremely good. And what a super nice guy. Go out and check out Paul at Styrene Relics and tell him I said, hey. Last but not least, or not last but not least, Gary at Gary's Tractor Talk. I got a big head, and Gary's sticker is as big as my head. Anyway, Gary's Tractor Talk out of Iowa. Anyway, super good guy, really cool channel, does a lot of chainsaw stuff, auctions, anything to do with tractors naturally. Even has his wife pop on there once in a while. I believe she's a veterinarian. And but Gary's got a super cool channel, super nice guy, and really puts a lot of work into his channel. And you can just kind of tell he's a quality conscious type of guy. But what I really like about Gary is I used to work for farmers when I was a kid, bale hay, walk beans, derogue, you name it. And he covers every fall during the harvest. He goes out and covers, you know, actual guys doing actual fall harvesting, which I think is super cool, because I'll tell you what, he lives in an absolute beautiful area, kind of like a rolling hill type area. I could sit there and watch him work all day. It's that beautiful of an area, and especially when he goes out in the woods and works and stuff. But talk about living in a really pretty place. And anyway, I hope this one comes out okay. My first one didn't. If it's not, I'll do a third one. But appreciate it, guys. You guys mail me something, I'll shout you out. Thank you. Bye-bye.